How does resistance emerge in oppressive systems? Imagine living under rules that feel unfair or controlling. When people face unfair treatment, they often find ways to push back, even in small ways. Resistance starts when folks recognize that something isn't right. This awareness can be clear or subtle, but it sparks the desire to challenge the system. Sometimes, resistance is loud and organized, like protests or strikes. Other times, it's quiet acts, like working slowly, gossiping, or refusing to follow orders. These small acts may seem minor but can add up to big changes over time. Cultural resistance also plays a role. People might use language, art, or traditions to keep their identity alive against pressure to conform. This helps them hold onto their culture and push back against cultural domination. Resistance isn't just about fighting openly. It's shaped by the social and political environment. For example, in places with colonization or dictatorship, people often resist more because they feel oppressed. When groups share a common identity, like ethnicity or class, their resistance becomes stronger. They unite around shared stories or symbols that reminded them of their history and purpose. Access to resources like communication tools, leadership, and networks makes resistance easier to grow. If people can connect and organize, their acts of defiance can turn into larger movements. Power dynamics also influence how resistance looks. When authorities crack down hard, people might hide their resistance or do it in secret. When repression is less intense, open protests are more common. Intersectionality is another key idea. It shows how different forms of oppression, like race, gender, or class, overlap and shape resistance. For example, women fighting for rights might also be resisting cultural norms that marginalize them. Understanding resistance helps us see that power isn't fixed. It's constantly being negotiated through everyday acts and larger actions. Resistance can be small or big, hidden or visible, but it always challenges the idea that power is absolute. It shows that even in oppressive systems, people find ways to stand up and push for change.